let's continue on our conversations about being a firstborn. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Modupe and this is the Singles Haven. On here we talk about relationships, singlehood, especially while waiting to get married. We talk about lifestyle, faith walk with God. I hope you subscribe and I hope you get to binge on all the other videos we have on this channel, and I hope you share. So last episode I talked about being a firstborn and a first daughter. So let me throw some of these specs of being a first daughter in here. These are the ones that I readily remember. Number one, you will be the first to wear that new clothes, that new dress before you pass it down. I know there are some hand-me-downs, especially if you have older cousins like I did. However, there are some clothes that your mom would buy, they are new, you'll be the first person to wear it, then you now hand them over to your younger ones, like that. At least we did that in my own household. Then when you share things, especially when it is your responsibility to share that thing, maybe cake, a drink, biscuits or something, you keep the big, you share the bigger one, the bigger one for yourself now, as per Egmo, as per firstborn. So I'm going to go straight into the other things that I have experienced as a firstborn. First is people pleasing. I have that tendency to want to please people because I know that growing up I wanted to please my dad, my mom, just to make them happy so that nobody's shouting my name. What did you do? Why didn't you do this? I don't want to be held responsible for anything or anybody's offense. Number two thing I experienced as a firstborn daughter and child is pressure. You're expected to excel at everything, so your younger ones are looking up to you. You should behave, you should excel, you should do this. I'm not saying you shouldn't excel, whether you're first or last born, everyone is expected to excel. However, I think there's this thing with firstborns, everybody seems to be looking up to you, with your grades, with your behavior, with your character, inside and outside. It will be like, your younger ones, they're the ones that your younger ones will be looking up to. Next, chores. This one, this is my fault. I am not sure there's any chore that I can say that I don't like doing. You know how people say they don't like washing plates, or they don't like ironing, or they don't like sweeping. I did not have the luxury of that. I had to do everything. I had to learn to do everything. So now, there was one day I asked myself, do I like doing these chores, or is it just because I don't have a choice? I know how to do them, so I'll just do them. So I wash plates, sweep, clean, wash clothes, cook. What is that chore? I don't know yet. However, now there are some that I, outsource. Has your mom or your dad ever called you to report someone to you? There's another side to leadership where you are called upon as the firstborn. Talk to so and so person. My siblings will be like, Dupsy, talk to mommy. Dupsy, what's this thing that mommy is saying? You better talk to her. I'm like, dude, you guys, she's your mom as well. Talk to her. I'm not the only one who has the sole responsibility to talk to mommy or daddy. What is it? However, there are some cases that I would, take up and actually talk to either of my parents. Also, my mom will be like, have I spoken to my dad about this? Or I should speak to my dad, or I should speak to my siblings about this, about that. These things require wisdom. I sit down, think about it, okay, how best I should approach the topic. As one side of leadership that, husbands are saddled with. And I think lastly, in my case, it would be organizing things. Organizing people's birthdays. Okay, what should we do? What are we giving? By default, I just do it. I don't know if it's, like that for any other firstborn daughter out there. I mean, the first birthday we celebrate in the year is in June. This is April. I've already thought of ideas of what to do for the person in June. So I'll now call my siblings. This person's birthday, what should we do? This is the thought that I have. If you have any, suggestions and all. By default, I find myself organizing, calling people together, pulling people together and all that. That brings me to the end of my firstborn daughter series. Which of these can you relate to? And if there's any that I missed, because I know this experience is peculiar to me. It might not be the same with every other firstborn daughter out there, So please, if you have any other experiences, please feel free to share. If you're a firstborn daughter and you can relate to this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment and share. If you've watched up until this point, thank you so much for watching. As I always say, do not allow anything or anyone steal your joy. God loves you.